crush on Jason Mewes, like, just from my youth, and it's my great shame. But he has like a wife and a child now, so he's mellowed, but he's like definitely just the same person.
Yeah. So like Clerks was just his home movies we were watching.
Pretty much.
At least got to make out Alanis Morissette,
Hey,
who's
good.
also in the episode.
Yeah. Kicking right off at the beginning of the episode, Alanis Morissette wearing like the fluffiest hat and a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey and boots and just giving it her all with the Canadian accent.
She's a national treasure. I love her forever. And you know, it wouldn't be like a Kevin Smith anything if Alanis Morissette wasn't like in it being awesome.
They should have named this episode "You Oughta Know."
They should have. Although that's 90s, not 80s.
I feel like there's a
More of our
step
bag.
down, though, from playing God. You go from playing God. Well, she was God in Dogma.
Yeah. I was confused about that because Kevin Smith says in the beginning, I had her play God in 2 of my movies. And I'm like, she was God in Dogma, but what else?
In Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, she's at the after credits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, though.
Most people don't remember that movie.
It's not very good.
It wasn't good.
It's not great. There's a monkey, and I want to say
They
who's
had a
that
good
girl?
Weezer song.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, what's her face?
Uh,
Showed her boobs in
oh,
American Pie, which is what she's famous for.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the only thing I remember about her.
Oh yeah,
Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah.
That's it.
In terms of Kevin Smith movies, though, I think that these episodes were around the time of Jersey Girl.
Oh,
And it
God.
was before he really got all the backlash, I think, of Jersey Girl and realized, oh, well, it really isn't good if I go outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Now he's like a weird stoner uncle kind of person. It's weird now. I'm like, I like Kevin Smith and I respect him. Like, I don't have the same appreciation of his movies that I did 10 years ago, but it's just kind of weird to me now because most of the movies he's made lately I haven't particularly enjoyed, and I know that he has a very prolific podcasting career, but now he's just kind of strange.
But you know what? I don't know. I'm still enjoying his existence, and he
Oh, yeah.
hasn't put out like a good thing in a while, but like I love Clerks, I love Mallrats, I love Dogma. I could do without Chasing Amy, to be honest, but I mean, otherwise, I don't know. I mostly enjoy his existence, but I also like Yoga Hosers was the first Kevin Smith movie I've seen in a long time because like I know that like across the board people are like he hasn't put out anything good in a while.
He proved it with that movie.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. It's
Well, didn't
ugly.
he give his like seal of approval for like Batman v Superman and like
did
the
he?
entire Warner Brothers?
I
comic
feel like
book
he just
lineup?
wanted to get in Ben Affleck's good graces.
Oh, gosh.
Well, he even says in like I think it's the second episode, like working with high schoolers is harder than working with
yeah,
Ben Affleck.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I think is saying a lot from what I've heard about working with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that's no fun. Just ask
Mhm.
Schneider.
All right. So we're gonna like dive right into this ep because we've done 17 minutes of Kevin Smith, which
Oh, that's
seems
fine.
about right. So we start off with Alanis just like doing her damn thing, and Jay says this hoe pauser, which made me laugh a little. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. I mean, I kind of want to go right into fashion because she's out of control.
Yeah, go for it. Fashion police.
Okay, so my first note is obviously about Alanis's like entire Canadian ensemble: the fuzzy hat, the flannel, Maple Leafs jersey, the boots, the weird like Native American-y looking skirt. It's like weird and has like tassels at the bottom and looks like it's maybe made out of a deer. I don't know.
The hockey stick.
Always. The hockey stick is so unnecessary.
Craig's hair is great.
It's so good.
Ashley's hair looks pretty good. Caitlin's hair looks really good.
I don't know how I feel about Caitlin's blazer in the beginning. It's like, I don't know. Like, she looks good in everything because she's Caitlin, but it's, like, just very forgettable.
Her collars are out of control, though.
Yeah, there's too much
They're
pop in that
humongous.
collar. It's a little crazy.
Jay works at the Dot now, and they are wearing hairnets while they cater the school.
They're not wearing them properly. Like, they're not all the way on their heads because, of course, they're not.
This is a Canadian custom.
They can't cover their beautiful faces, Kelsey.
Oh, my God. Also, can we just talk about every costume in this movie? Because Ellie as, like, an 80s goth is what is giving me life right now. I'm here for it.
Manny is a cheerleader.
Of course she is.
Jailbait to Jason Mewes the entire episode.
Paige, we'll talk about how bad Paige is as an actress. Not Lauren Collins, Paige. But she looks cute. I mean, she looks whatever. I mean, they're trying to make her kind of hot, but not like too hot. I don't know how to feel about it. It's like a trying too hard, but also not trying hard enough.
I honestly did not take a lot of fashion notes now that I'm looking.
I am like skimming through.
You guys don't have any thoughts on any like particularly 2005-esque fashions catch your attention?
It's kind of more of a general thing, and it has to do with the opening credits, but I knew this was a Canadian show. It's very famously a Canadian show, but the fact that the end credits, or the credits end on, I think it's Craig, in full denim.
No, that's Marco. We didn't see
that's
Marco
Marco.
in this episode.
Yeah.
Full denim, and I'm just like, that's the most Canadian thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's just like Degrassi emblazoned on a denim jacket with denim jeans. I'm like, that is stereotypical Canadian.
Denim
I
on
like,
denim.
I liked Skinny's look.
Yeah. She looked like a Breaking
Yeah.
Bad character.
Yeah, he had the ripped jeans, the shirt that hadn't been washed. He looked like he lived on the streets.
He looked like a gutter punk that like hangs out on St. Mark's like all spring and summer, but once it gets cold, they like go back to their trust fund
See,
mom's house.
I believe that he's not homeless. You know what I mean? That's what I'm like. You're not homeless.
His well
Yeah.
Like, not to harp on Kevin Smith again, but his bowling shirts
Put 17 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
and his trench coat. Like, I noticed he sticks with weird motifs when he dresses himself.
Trench coat paired with the
He just
jorts.
his face on it.
Trench coat, jorts, mullet hat.
Oh man.
Like
Mullet
sometimes I
hat
forget
and-
that the hair isn't real until like he's just a person in the world. I'm like, oh, when you put on that hat has hair attached to it. I feel you.
Because the hair is his personality.
Oh my
so
gosh.
Speak as Silent Bob, I guess.
Magic. I don't care for Craig's denim jacket because it is ill-fitting.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, it's just like you can do better. I like Caitlin's like sexy I'm a drunk person tank top situation. And I also like Craig's leather jacket hoodie combo when he like first runs away, like when he first like gets in the cab or whatever.
And he's like, we're not going to the airport.
I like Jason Mewes' beanie, the Canadian flag on
Oh,
it. It
yeah.
says Snoogans.
And I like Joey's cool stepdad clothes.
He is
always
just-
like slacks at the side?
Yeah.
And
But you know, you can always talk to him. He had like that demeanor that's like, I'm here for you.
Like a shop teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked like a shop
He's
teacher.
like that Mr. Cleanhead too, in like the nice goatee.
Joey was my favorite character in this. I felt like he was constantly getting shit on, and I felt bad
Yeah.
for him.
Even though he
When I
was
think
more
about
of a
what it must
side
look like
chick.
to be
Yeah.
35, that's it.
I was watching this
Side guy.
at 4 a.m, so I was not like all there. So I was like, oh, why is everybody so mean to Joey?
Poor
He's just
Joey.
trying-
Joey. He is going through a lot.
He's already lost his hair, guys. Come on.
Other things,
Yeah.
like
Lost
his family.
Lost
His
his
wife
woman.
left him.
Well, not to get too far ahead into the episode, but I liked how with Craig and Ashley that, you know, she's going away. Because I watched the episode before the finale, too, to kind of get into the Kevin Smith trilogy
Yeah,
Gotcha.
aspect of it. And I
Return
know
of
that
Smith.
she's going to England, and then
Smith strikes back.
in a boneheaded move, Craig decides, like, no, she doesn't need space. I'm going to go after her, too. And she's like, come on, no, like, you can't do this. And then with Caitlin and Joey, like, Caitlin has an offer to go to L.A., but she's with Joey. And Kevin Smith kind of indirectly ruins Joey's life of being like, no, you should definitely go to L.A. So I did like how that kind of stepfather, son mirroring, like, knowing that,
yeah.
you know, you feel like the girl problems are just, you know, purely high school related, but seeing someone else go through that's older and they can both sort of bond over the troubles that they're having with women at the moment was kind of something I enjoyed.
Kevin Smith ruined multiple lives in these episodes.
Yeah.
He
That
really
really
did.
So
He also just hires his sound people on the fly.
he hired on the fly.
Like, yeah, you bunch of high schoolers or any of you drama kids, I don't care. You're all in my movie.
Yeah,
Fuck it. Kevin Smith.
I wonder if that's how he does it in real life.
That's probably.
We
how
could
he
all
does
be in a
it.
Kevin Smith movie.
How do you
tomorrow.
think he met Jason Mewes?
He was the closest guy. to
Jason
when he-
Mewes' original name was Spinner.
Actually.
All right, so
So it
Alanis
starts
happens.
with Alanis Morissette opening.
If we
They're
take
filming
this
their
away, just
movie.
stop.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I kind of skipped to the end.
You hear Kevin Smith? Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
Jay says something about a hoser, and then she smacks him with a
Hockey stick.
which, sure, so Canadian.
So the basis of their movie is they're so shitty at school in America that they're now coming to Canada to graduate. Is that the basis of their
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah, and they made a sweet topical reference that's really traveled through time about, well, I'm here because Bush is still president, and I'm like, oh man.
So many bitter Americans talking about an election in this episode. And I was like, oh God.
History repeats itself.
Canada like hate itself though if they're being like, oh, our school system is not superior to America's. Like, I know that a lot of people make jokes about Canada, but does Canada make jokes about itself?
I feel like Canada, like, if anything, is just, like, very apologetic for who they are as a country, which they don't need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, have pride in being from Canada. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I don't mean that facetiously. Like, see, I think it must be a fine country
Yeah.
that gave us Degrassi.
Yeah. And Drake and the Wicked.
Yeah.
And having watched all of these episodes, like even 10 years ago, Canada was so much more progressive than America was that it's like endearing to watch like 2005 Canada be like, practice safe sex, abortion's okay, don't worry, we have health care for everybody.
Don't worry about it.
Soon we'll have Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was pre-Stephen Harper, so it was still not too bad. And then Stephen Harper came in, and I know he was there for a while, and it wasn't too great. Stephen Harper was Canada's Bush.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy. And then Jason Mewes is a skis ball because, of course, he is. He, like,
like-
immediately hits on Ashley, and, like, not even for the movie, just, like, in his life. So he hits on Ashley, and then, like, leaves with Alanis Morissette to, like, I assume go have sex in his trailer.
Yeah, she was like, let's go make out in your trailer. And he's like, really? And she's like, yeah, really.
And I was like, oh, jealous.
Oh, gosh.
Which I'm not proud of, you guys. It's
He's
just,
the only person that gets a happy ending in this episode.
yeah. These are facts.
And then they talk about how Ashley's leaving, and Craig is bitter as fuck about it.
Like, openly bitter. Like, not even hiding it. Also, what was the one thing that Ashley said she wanted to do when she gets to London? I just wrote, why is this what Ashley wants to do?
See a movie in Leicester Square? Like,
Oh, yeah.
why?
You could see a movie, yeah.
See
It's
a movie
really
anywhere.
expensive to see a movie in Leicester Square. Go somewhere else.
Also, like, you can see a movie at home.
Exactly. You should
As soon
go.
as he was like, I'm going, it's all perfect, it's all set to go. I was like, she's gonna have such a problem with it. I didn't think they were gonna break up, but
Ooh, they really pulled
Spoiler.
a fast one on you,
Spoiler
Brandon.
alert.
They come out of nowhere too, because like she seemed to be thoroughly
right,
depressed about leaving him.
right. So I'm so sad. I'm coming. Oh,
Classic Canadian curveball.
This is
You
awkward.
needed space though, man.
Yeah.
Like you have to admit, like if you chase somebody,
You can't
they're
chase
gonna pull
Yeah.
farther away.
Yeah.
And I think that for him, he should have just dealt with the fact that like he let his jealousy get the best of him, thinking that she was gonna meet someone else in England, and maybe she would have, but she needed that space and he didn't give it. So nuts to him.
I did write down that he was channeling Jude Law in The Semester Abroad, that entire song. Like,
Oh, for
hardcore.
sure. Like, just, he was a brand new song for, like, this entire episode. Just, like, emo as fuck and, like, really bummed out about his girlfriend specifically going to England and maybe meeting.
A guy with an accent.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna, song stuck in my head. Yeah, but, like, Craig's being a whiny baby about it. He's not hiding it at all. And she's like, I thought you were cool with this, which, like, why would you think that? He's clearly not cool with anything ever because he's Craig.
Mhm.
And he's like, I'm just joking, which is, like, just the most.
Deflecting. And then after the theme song, they're like filming in the hallways. And then we learn that Kevin Smith is Caitlin's #1 fan. He has like her box set of DVDs, like
In his
just on
pockets.
hand.
I regularly forget about Caitlin's Planet because she's like back on the show for so long, and also now she's